Assalamu alaikum. My name is Kinza Muneer and I am working as a principal and a primary school teacher in Punjab Education Department, Pakistan. I have done my master's degree in education and currently I am opting to complete my postgraduate certificate in education from UCAM University, Spain. The topic on which I will talk about today is instructional leadership. As a rural school principal, I have faced many challenges but used my experience and knowledge of educational leadership to support academic growth and encourage a collaborative, effective learning environment. By applying instructional leadership techniques, I empower my teachers and promote continuous improvement. My commitment is to overcome the obstacles and ensure success for both of my students and my staff. Now, what is instructional leadership? This idea was given by Philip Handlinger and Joseph Murphy in 1985. Instructional leadership is the practice of guiding and supporting teaching to improve student learning. It involves setting clear goals, developing teachers, and creating a school culture focused on academic growth. In other words, we can say it's all about making teaching and learning more effective. Instructional leadership is also known as pedagogical leadership. It's also come with some other names that are educational leadership, academic leadership, learning-centered leadership, and curriculum leadership. Why instructional leadership is important? Instructional leadership let the instructional leaders foster trust, respect, and growth by building strong leaderships and providing meaningful support. Through coaching, feedbacks, and professional development, they enhance teaching quality, ultimately driving students' process. Their deep understanding of effective teaching practices enables them to lead with credibility and impact. The model of instructional leadership was given by Hallinger and Murphy in 1985. It emphasizes the role of school leaders in guiding, teaching, and learning to improve student achievements. It has some frameworks and dimensions that are defining school's mission, managing instructional program, promoting a positive learning climate. That means school leaders play a key role in shaping a clear academic vision, setting high expectations, and aligning goals across the school community. By actively supervising curriculum and supporting teaching practices, they ensure consistent instructional quality. Additionally, nurturing a respectful and inclusive environment boosts school student motivation and engagement, of course. There are so many theories that are aligned with instructional leadership, but I will talk about the two theories. The first one is transformational leadership theory. It was proposed by Burns and Bass in 1978 and 1985 respectively. It is a leadership approach where leaders inspire, motivate, and stimulate followers to exceed their own interest for the sake of the organization. Transformational leadership offers clear vision and shared purpose, empowering teachers and students while promoting a culture of respect, collaboration, and motivation. It supports individual growth through personalized guidance and resources. It was its role in education. However, it can be limited by overdependence on a charismatic leader, reduced staff initiative, and a leader's vision, potentially overshadowing practical school needs. The second theory is distributed leadership theory. The main idea of distributed leadership theory is that leadership is not confined to a single individual but is shared among multiple members of the same organization. It emphasizes collaboration, collective responsibility, and the use of individual strengths to improve decision making and drive school important. Distributed leadership supports school improvement by sharing responsibilities, fostering collaborations, and empowering staff through strength based problem solving and professional growth. However, without clear structure, or without clear instructions. It may lead to role confusion, unequal participation, slower decisions, and accountability issues. Sometimes one is dependent on the other and working for others to work, so that's a limitation in the distributed leadership theory. As I have mentioned before, I am working in the school education department that is serving approximately 1 billion students annually on the primary, middle, secondary, and higher secondary levels of education. In my institution, educational leaderships or instructional leaderships enhance education by managing relevant curricula, monitoring teaching, and offering constructive feedbacks to support teachers' growth. They promote inclusive learning environments where all students feel valued by fostering collaboration among staff and using data to inform decisions. They drive continuous improvement in teaching and learning outcomes. Let's talk about to my approach to instructional leadership. My approach to instructional leadership emphasizes using effective strategies such as collaborative learning, formative assessments, and scaffolding to support students' growth. I also integrate game-based learning and technology to boost engagement and address diverse learning needs. By fostering these methods, I aim to create a dynamic and inclusive environment, rather I would say learning environment that promotes continuous improvement and student success. Instructional leadership has huge impacts on pedagogy and assessments. How? Instructional leadership enhances pedagogy by encouraging continuous professional development and promoting collaborations and coaching among teachers. It ensures clarity in teaching through goal setting and supports a student-centered culture that addresses diverse learning needs. Instructional leadership positively impacts assessments by promoting data-driven decision-making, encouraging the use of diverse assessment methods. It emphasizes aligning with assessments with learning standards to ensure relevance and fairness. Effective feedback mechanisms are fostered to support student growth, while accountability and quality assurance processes help maintain high educational standards. Instructional leadership faces challenges like resistance to change, resource limitations, teachers burnout, and limited time for professional development, all of which impact teaching and learning, of course. Diverse students' need add to the complexity of maintaining engagement. Well, to overcome these, leaders should involve staff in decision making, secure additional resources, promote collaborations, and recognize the teaching efforts the most important one. Providing ongoing support through professional development on mentoring and mentorship is essential for continuous teacher growth and adapting a new instructional methods. At the end, I would like to say that as an educational leader, research on instructional leadership has deeply influenced my goals for teaching, my approaches for teaching, and also my decision-making powers in respect of my teaching. I would heartily thanks to my teachers who has made me able to think in this much good way, and I can make my teachings effective in my future development. Thank you so much.